There we go. Okay. This is a follow-up from last night with the seaweed plume floating up. You can see the tide came all the way up, up pretty high up into the dune grass over here. But there's just, a lot, unfortunately, a lot of that seaweed that was floating up last night floated away. But, obviously we still got a lot of seaweed here. A little after 9 a.m. We're still in July. Today's actually my 1 week out on the island this trip. This is my second trip this year. But this is what I mean by rollover. See how the seaweed is now buried in the sand. That is super hard to get out. So I'm just gonna pick at it. I'm not gonna bother trying to dig the whole beach up to get this, little bit of seaweed out. There's another roll over here, and it is just, it's basically just like solid, rocks and seaweed and sand and crushed shells and all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of straggler seaweed on here too, which a lot of it will push up during this tide. High tide's in about 5 hours, I think. So I'm going to try to get this cleaned up before high tide. I don't necessarily have to clean up like a pile like this, before then, because this is a lot. I mean, you can see how deep this is. I mean, there's like, geez, what do you think? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably 5 or 6 wheelbarrow fulls just in this one pile here. And there's soda bottles, there's trash, there's buoy parts, there's I don't know, what's a piece of styrofoam. It's basically just, trash that people, either flies out of their boat, it falls out, or breaks loose from, something. There's lots of options where stuff comes from. These all floated up last night. I pulled out as I was going. Part of a buoy, a whole buoy almost. A little float and a bucket cover. A couple sticks. These sticks came. I actually got a couple of armfuls of sticks out of it last night. Nothing super huge, but I mean, on the island there's no resources, so any kind of wood I find is definitely a score. I did find this 2x4 here also last night that was floating. So there's a lot of seaweed. So I can zoom in instead of walking over there. There's a lot of seaweed sitting on the beach down there that will get picked up with this tide that's coming in today. So I'm gonna get to raking.